Hi everyone, it's Kathy here from Delbello's Designs, and today we're going to be recreating this card using some of the gorgeous cardio stamps, and I call this one Coming Home. So for this project you're going to need a piece of multifarious card cut 6 inches by 4 inches, and I've chosen some brown matting card and I've cut that 6.25 inches by 4.25 inches, and I'm going to mount that onto a piece of card. Once folded will measure 5 inches by 7. So for the background, for this lovely sunset that I've got here, I'm using Elements Inks Russet Orange, Confetti and Dark Denim. For the stamping, I'm going to be using First Van Clair Nocturne, and for the edges of the sky, I'm going to be using Twilight. I've got 3 stencil brushes here for the background in an orange, red and a blue, and I've got a mini blending brush to do the Twilight. The stamps I'm going to be using today, there's just a couple of sets. I'm using the Pine Panorama and I'm using the cottage with the trees and that tree. Starstruck, and I'm going to use the dog, the wolf and the cat. And I'm going to use Seasonal Branches. I'm going to use this one. I've also got some bits and pieces here. I've got a blue pastel pencil that I used for a bit of the shading on the animals and their paw prints. I've got a black pencil in case I need it. I've got a white pastel pencil that I used for doing some snow on the trees, and I've got a white gel pen and a white paint pen and a red gel pen. Right, let's get started. Right, so first of all I'm just going to tear a piece of copy paper. I'm just going to tear it so it sort of just goes slightly up and down a bit. Okay. And I'm doing my card this way round. I also find sometimes if I work on a black background or a dark background, I can sort of calculate what I'm doing more. Now I'm going to do the other end of this because I want it to be a little less bumpy. That's perfect. I'm going about halfway up my card and I'm going to start with the orange. I'm just dabbing some of this off because it is quite strong. And I'm going to start on the torn paper to work up to. So I'm getting the bulk of it off on the paper there so it's not too strong in your face. There you go, that makes a nice colour there. It's going to do a little bit more actually because I probably took off a little bit too much. Perfect. And then we're going to have a bit of confetti. I'm just going to go above the orange and slightly on the orange with this. Go across and blend. There we go. And lastly, I'm going to have dark denim. Now, this particular dark denim is quite a new one, so I am going to be taking some excess off. And I'm going to take this off now, I don't need this. I'm going to start in the corners, work my way down. There we go. That's enough for now. Next I'm going to stamp with the house stamp. I'm just going to get a cloth and clean up some of this excess before I accidentally pick it up on my hand. Normally I would dab it with water and make a background with it, but I haven't got time for that now. So I'm going to use the cottage and the trees. I'm going to stamp that with VersaFine Clair Nocturne. I want it to be just below the sunrise, so just about here. Sunrise, sunset, so you can see some snow in the background behind there. Now, some of the tree is a little bit faded, and I'm not bothered about the tree because I'm going to be doing it in second and third generation, but I'm just going to colour a little bit of the house. Seems a bit, I like it a bit stronger at the bottom there. There we go. So now we have the fir tree. I'm going to start with this one. So just doing some behind. Now I'm going to start with the dog. Missed a bit off his head. And I want him sort of sitting about here. Now the cat. Him to be sitting his tail inside the dog's. There we go. And lastly, we have the wolf. Oh, not quite sure what he is. I don't know if he's a long-haired dog or if he's a fox, but in this case he's a dog. Let's get that off the bottom now. And this one, I'll just go here. There we are. Whoopsie. Our 3 animals. Now I'm going to do some seasonal branches. Let's get the excess off my stamp. I'm going to start with this one up here. Another one there. One here. One there. Turn it around. One there. Here. And maybe just a little bit there. There we go. Right, that's all the stamping. Get a quick clean. I'm going to go back to my torn paper. And I'm going to use the Nocturne here. So firstly, I'm just going to go across the edges, make it a little bit darker, and down the sides. Now with what's on my brush, I'm not going to add any more Nocturne on just yet. I'm just going to do the curly side this time. Just gently do some little banks of snow. A tiny bit under where they're sitting. There we go. I've put a little bit too much there, so I'm just going to use my eraser and just get rid of a little bit. That's just behind. There we go. So that's all the little banks of snow. Then we're going to use the blue to do a bit of shading. And some little footprints, paw prints should I say, and just blow them away so they're just faint. So I'm going to use my pastel pencil on these trees to just do some snow. Lots of snow on there, and then I'm going to use a couple of my pens here. I'm just going to use my brush to splat some snow. Oh, done that before, pushed it right out. While that snow is drying, I'm just going to do some red little berries on this bush. I don't want them to stand out too much, I just want it to be a subtle shine. Now I'm just going to turn it over to glue it down. Let's turn it over. And there we have it. So I'm hoping you can see just a little sparkle from the red. It's not in your face, but it's a nice subtle sparkle. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already joined our Facebook groups, please do consider joining our 2 Facebook groups. We have Del Bello's Designs Lounge for all products that are all Lavinia products, and then we also have Del Bello's a la carte lounge for all other products that Patty sells, including these cardio stamps, which are adorable. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.